Hi guys, welcome to Digital Stoics here. I'm Ronnie.
My name is Luis, and today's episode is Intermittent Flow and Self-Mastery. So, what is flow? Flow is basically an optimized state. It's a mind state where you're just going effortlessly and you're just enjoying the moment and really optimizing your creativity and performance all at once. We can see this with athletes, musicians. The biggest, almost exaggeration of this example of what we're talking about, it's a movie called Timeless. So can you please tell us more about? Wait, is that even? Did I get the title right?
No, it's actually Limitless.
Limitless. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. All right. So
That's
tell
all
us
good.
more about that movie.
So basically, this man, he finds this white pill or clear pill. He takes it. Like, this is a specific scene that when he takes the pills for the first time, he goes into his house and he sees that his house is a mess. Shows that little representation that sometimes when we have a messy household, a messy car, it shows how messy we are in the head.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love that you said that because I watch Jordan Peterson a lot. By the way, if you don't know who that is, it's a clinical psychologist. He treats people with depression. He had a client, and the first thing he told that client was to clean his room. And the guy, was fat, unmotivated. He really couldn't do it. So he gave him a specific goal. He said, I want you to go in your drawer and fold one sock. And also, when you leave the room, on your wake back, just put the broom or vacuum outside your room. You don't have to broom, you don't have to vacuum. Just leave it near your room, and just fix one drawer a day. The beautiful thing is all this focus moments that he spoke about can be achieved without drugs, without a pill, right? And it helps to do so when you have a very clean room. It's very hard to be on your laptop for several hours a day and try to focus if there's nothing but garbage, if your room smells like shit, like you're gonna be very distracted.
Yeah,
So,
bro. It's like you won't be able to really do anything because you constantly be thinking about everything around you. Be like, I really can't do this because other things are in my environment.
right? And it's
Like, out of
funny
place.
how your mind is represented through your room.
Respectfully, bro. There's been times where I get in like a friend's car, and I see garbage on the floor, and then I see like something here, something there, and then you can kind of tell how their day's going already. Based on that. And then on those certain cues, like the room, the car. It could be anything, but
Right.
it shows a lot.
Man, you give me a flashback. I remember when I was a kid in summer camp, the camp closed really late, and it was me and a few other kids. Our parents couldn't come get us, so the camp leader, the counselor there, she decided to drive us home, and bro,
It was a mess. It was a mess in
her
there.
car was crazy. So she sat there right in the driver's seat. There was 3 kids in the back, and when we all sat down, right, well, the kid in the middle was like, Miriam, do you live in your car? That's how bad it was. I never seen
Yeah.
a car that dirty, bro. It was. And you see my car, man. My car
It's clean.
fresh,
You only
bro.
keep there what you need, bro.
Exactly.
There's some cologne, some iPhone chargers, and like that's it, bro.
Some lotion.
That's
That's it. You see my room too. Everything's folded. Everything's clean, bloomed out.
Everything has a purpose, and that's the beauty, bro.
That's why I love the idea of what's it called, materialism? No.
Minimalist.
Minimalism, right?
Exactly.
Only having what you need. And I know people right now watching these videos like, well, you don't need this watch, you need this chain. I'm like, well, one chain isn't gonna kill me.
One chain.
One watch to celebrate my success or a moment ahead of my life is not a sin, right?
Yeah. But it would be completely different if I'm chained out. I got 4 different chains. I got 4 different watches. I got 3 pairs of shoes. Then you know what I mean. Then that's
It shows what is important to you, and obviously what's important to you is money.
Yes.
Which is sad because once you die, you cannot take it with you. Can you share a moment when you have entered flow?
Oh, definitely. So I make music. Sit down and I start making like piano melodies and like I just get in a groove. And by the time I realize I made the whole melody, I made the drums, and then I have a beat finished. You know what I mean? And it's like when you get in a groove and you're like just not knowing what you're doing, but it's just coming to you.
Right.
It's just like you go from one thing to the other, effortless. Have you ever experienced any flow moments?
Yeah, of course. I'll say when I'm editing the thumbnails for these videos, I'm looking at the script to see what we're gonna say for the weekend. Also, when I'm at work or finishing school for college, what helps me do all these tasks is on my laptop, right in my room, a very clean room. Uh, I'll say another tip or trick for you guys to do to focus better is put your phone in another room of the house, or just put it on the bed like on silent or like on vibrate. Or if you want, just have it play some lo-fi music, so something not too distracting, something not too loud. And then yeah, you do that. I promise you, at least minimum like for 4 hours, you'll love whatever you're doing. That's another thing. You have to like what you're doing.
Exactly, bro.
Mhm.
It's not, oh, I'm gonna enter flow because I have to do it. No. You're more likely to enter flow state because you want to do the things. You can enter flow state by doing laundry. If you actually want to do the laundry, bro, you can enter in flow state. You can literally like just like groove,
Fold that clothes like there's
fold the
no tomorrow.
clothes, and then by the time you're done, you already finished your laundry. Then you're moving on to the next.
Another way of convincing yourself and like fooling your brain that you would like to do the activity you have to do, instead of saying I have to do this,
Like,
I want to do this.
I get to do this.
I get to. I have the ability. Thank God I have the ability to do this. Just wake up and be grateful. Wow, thank God for my legs, my lungs. Is there anything before you do to help you achieve that? Because like, okay, let's say, okay, I got a studio session, I got a gym session, I got a homework block from 5 to whatever. Like, what do you do before 5 to, so when 5 comes?
I'll probably just chill out, eat a little bit, relax, and then, get ready, get in the groove, and then walk to the gym.
That's awesome. Yeah.
In my mind, have an idea of what I'm going and knowing like the end goal, because you have to have a goal of what you might pursue, because then it's like you want something challenging, but at the same time not challenging to the point where it's frustrating.
Right, you gotta be realistic with it.
But not easy enough where it's like you literally go on your phone and be bored.
Right.
So you need to have a goal, be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, like depending on whatever area you're gonna go in, either the gym, music, or writing, or singing, whatever.
For me, I'll say so. Workout in the morning, and also I fast. I don't really eat until like noon or above, because I just like having that antsy hunger feeling in me. It makes me be a go-getter. But people ask me, Louis, why you work out in the morning? Like, what do you gain from it? What's the point? It's not what I gain. It's what I lose from it. Like what I get rid of. Like I have somewhat some anger. I have a little bit, I just got issues. I'm a human too, right? I got problems. And just working out in the morning gets rid of that and makes me really feel like it's a new day. You guys have a happy new year. Have a happy new day.
Listen, man. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. So listen, if you attack on like one of the hardest tasks you ever got, like early on, for example, Lewis, he attacks on something very like hard. He works out hard and he does it early on, bro. After you work out hard, you can literally attack on anything. Everything will be a little more light, bro. Because what's harder than lifting weights?
Right. Or I'll go to a sauna too. Like after surviving 20 minutes of 200 degrees, what really is gonna stress me out?
Come on.
Like everything's a joke afterwards, right? Or like a good lesson.
Which is why it's like you need to suffer.
Right.
Suffering is good.
Definitely. And I'll say the more you lack in something, you should punish yourself. Or like, because it helps you become accountable, and that will definitely help you reach your goals and whatever you're trying to achieve. Do you believe flow state can be achieved in a group together?
In a group? Yes, it's a very rare thing, but it can actually like
Right.
Like for example, if it's me, you, and 2 other buddies, and we sit down and we have a synergy. Okay, so Lewis is gonna do this. Ronnie, I'm gonna do that. So and so is gonna do this and this, and we all have a tasks.
Right.
Then we can literally pass along. We individually work on our individual task, and then we come together and we share.
Right.
So like we can achieve flow within a group if we all do that. If we all know our goal,
Right.
then we come and we share it.
That's good. I like that, because as you can see, guys, not only you have to like it, but you have to organize not only internally and externally your life. Okay, I'm gonna do this for X amount of time at Y place for a Z result. And once you have that mindset, it's almost not impossible to not get that thing done faster. And I'll say what's killing most people to even start doing what they're supposed to what they're supposed to do. They say motivation, but it's just like action, really.
Surely action.
If you really move, you will want to do more. I don't want to go to the gym. I promise you, if you walk to the gym and get to the gym, you'll do something.
You'll do something.
I don't want a meal prep. I promise you, if you just put your body in that kitchen, you'll start
You're gonna
cooking
do
something.
Yeah, bro. You want to know how to cook? Start cooking.
Right.
You want to know how to tie your shoes? Start tying your shoes.
Exactly. The only way you learn is by doing.
Exactly.
All right, so now switching on to another topic, self-mastery. A word we use for that in Stoicism is called temperance. Definition for temperance is abstaining from alcohol, but in Stoicism, it's just abstaining from vices and distractions at all. And to be more specific, is to actually have self-control, moderation. That's the temperance. When we refer to temperance, that's what we mean, moderation.
Having temperance is one of like the key indicators of how your life might turn out.
Right.
If you have temperance, if you have self-control, if you can control your how you said that one time, you control your mouth, what else? What you eat and what you say.
Right, what you eat, what you say, and your penis.
90% of your pounds gonna be gone.
Gone.
Like 95% of pounds.
Because you won't fall into lust. You won't fall into the constant
Addiction, eating addiction,
right,
drugs.
and you will be thoughtful of the things you say. You will like, if I'm going to release energy, let me be positive with it. Let me be kind with it. If what I'm going to say is not necessary, let me stay silent. Your life becomes more purposeful. Everything you do will come back to you the same as good or better.
Anything can be turned into a vice.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you do it often, eventually it's a vice.
But I feel like,
but you have to choose whether it's a good one or a bad one.
right, right. Also, having temperance improves relationships because, like, again, if you're not consuming, right, liking every girl picture that you see on your phone, right, then you won't have the temptation to cheat because you're not looking at that. Another beautiful thing about temperance is that not only it helps you better relationships with others, but with yourself, because you loving yourself. I'm not gonna eat this garbage. I'm not gonna fall into consumption, right, into temptation, and you that vices of eating because I love myself. I'm not gonna say that to that person because I know that person is gonna feel that type of way to me. I don't want that energy around me. Females, when you control your sexual urges, you won't cheat.
What goes around comes around. You can control yourself. People around you just might like get that energy and they're gonna control themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Temperance, man. Honestly, at this point, it's another way of saying self-love.
Temperance is a self-love because it's like you're not willing to fall into the temptations and the traps
That will kill you.
that will kill you, bro. Because alcohol is not good for you. Like everybody knows, alcohol is not good for you.
And at this point, I would say food is like the #1 killer in America, man. That's why I keep saying like that virtue of stoicism is really helps you making big, huge life decisions. Okay, how do I want my life to be? Okay, ask a better question. Why? What don't I want my life to be like? I avoid this completely and I end up on this side where I really want to be.
This is a book that my friend Jose was telling me about. It's called The Shortness of Life. What you do now is going to show what your outcome at the end will be.
Mm-hmm.
So like a long time from now, whatever outcome comes out is from what you're doing now. So like you said, if you focus on what you don't want, or like you ask yourself, what don't I want my life to be? Then that narrows the choices that'll help you get to that outcome that you desire, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You just have to trick your brain, man. Like, marketers do this because let's say I have one Pepsi stand right here. Everybody that walks by would think to themselves, do I want a Pepsi or no Pepsi? Mm-hmm. But if I have a Pepsi and a Coke, once you walk by, you think, do I want a Pepsi or a Coke? So instead of selling 50 cans from a machine, I'll sell 150 from each, or 200, 100 from each. Because now you obligado, you're gonna buy one.
You have to choose because you got two options now.
Right. There's too many choices now. You have to eliminate. And then by eliminating some options, you will have a clearer direction path of your life. And yeah, we are educated on these things, these subjects, these topics, but you don't have to be like Lewis and Ronnie. You don't have to read the documentary and bios of Marcus Aurelius or watch YouTube videos of the Daily Stoic or read newsletters about it. I mean, it's innate.
We all have that voice inside of our head that would tell us either if we should do it or we shouldn't. There have been times where I'm pretty sure you felt like, oh, I don't want to do this, but you probably feel pressure by some outside force and you fall through and you do it, and then after you feel guilty. Hence why next time when you're like in a similar situation, you listen to your gut feeling again. You don't do it.
And respectfully, you're a stupid fucking bitch if you do something like that. Just peer pressure? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you really... that
think for
afraid,
yourself.
right? Exactly. You're gonna let other people live your life, choose your options for you,
You're gonna let other people guide how your life should be, like
manipulate you basically.
manipulate you. Yeah.
For what? To take that shot, smoke that blunt, take that hit. Like that's ridiculous.
They're not even gonna feel what you're gonna feel anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's no point.
Or worse, yeah, some people don't start something they really want to do because of the opinions of others. It's like, Dad, why didn't you start that empire? Dad, why you never started that career? Dad, why you never did X, Y, Z? Oh, because of Tom. I'm scared Tom will think this. Tom is dead.
Tom don't give a fuck.
Tom
bro.
don't give a fuck.
Tom don't give a fuck.
I don't even know a guy named Tom, but that was an example.
Yeah.
But literally, like, plus, let's say you die now. Tom is going to die eventually because we are on the same age. 3 generations down, no one's going to remember you. No one's going to care what the fuck you did. So just do what you want now because it's now or never.
As long as you're not hurting others, bro, do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Whatever it takes.
Right. Exactly. That's all from us, guys. Thanks for watching. God bless.